Hi, my name is Laurelee Roark. I'm one of the founders of Beyond Hunger. This is the It's Not About Food podcast. One of the things I like to stress when I talk about the recovery from an eating disorder and body hatred is that it's never about the food. It's never, ever about the food. It's never, ever about your weight. It's never, ever about your food or your weight. Never, ever, never, ever, not even one time. So this series is our body love cards that were created by myself and Carol Normandy. There are 32 of them. You throw them in a bowl. They look like this, and they have a great image on the front of them. And this is a card that you can pick every day. And then you read about the little lesson on the back. And then there's a today I will practice blah, 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 whatever the card is saying. So it's meant to inspire you, to keep you on track in your recovery. Every day is a new little lesson. And it's a really good way to sort of bring you back to the moment of what you're doing with your own recovery. Last series was on the 10 principles of recovery. And it was really great. And we had a lot of really wonderful people being interviewed for that. So please listen to that on SoundCloud or Patreon or Apple Play. This series is on the Body Love cards. So I just picked a card right now, which I think for me really does describe my own recovery and the recovery that I've seen other people have so much of the time. And it's called Miracles. The image is the little goddess is flying over the earth, holding on to her spirit animal, and there's stars and a beautiful sky. And it says on the back, in this recovery, there are many miracles. We have the choice either to embrace the miracles and take part in them, or step around them and deny them. As we open our hearts to our own recovery and let it guide and teach us, we receive many gifts. I know it doesn't sound like that many times when you're in the throes of the eating disorder, but it is such a gift. It tells you when your boundaries are compromised. It tells you when you're not listening to yourself. It tells you to love and appreciate and have compassion for yourself. A lesson I don't think we learn that often in the world. So I'll continue with the card. We develop compassion for ourselves and others. We create a healthier relationship with our mind, our body, and our spirit. We free ourselves from the oppression of self-hatred and limited self-perception. And most simply, we learn to love ourselves. What a lesson that is. When we love ourselves, when we're full of love for ourselves, we are full of love for others. There can be no unhappiness or anger or sadness that we can't get over when we love ourselves. So that's the sort of lesson of the miracle card. And I always love it when I pick this card because it sets my day to look for the miracles along my way of my life that day. But there's many more. There's trust, creativity, boundaries, feelings, trusting the process. I hated the process of recovery. I hated it so much until I realized that it was teaching me such a valuable lesson I wouldn't get any other way. So at the end of the card is a today. Today I will trust that miracles are possible. I will be open to looking for the gifts and miracles that show up in my daily life. I will allow myself to go beneath the obsession with food and weight, embrace my own light within, and receive the gifts of recovery. What would be better than that? So the cards are for sale. They're on my website. It's notaboutfood.com. But more importantly, they are here and you can listen to the podcast because we'll be doing each one of these cards a different week. You can get these beautiful podcasts on Patreon. Become a supporter of these podcasts. That would be great. on SoundCloud and on Apple. I really appreciate you listening to me today. And I really want to support you on your road to recovery. Send me an email anytime at laureleeroark.com or it's notaboutfood.com, and call me anytime. I'm really accessible, and I'll talk to you down from whatever cliff you're hanging on. Thanks a lot.